Before I begin my speech, I would like to introduce my audience. People spend approximately 3 hours on social media every day in America, with youth spending more and more time on it. According to Broadband Search, an online research company, in their 2020 article titled Average Time Spent Daily on Social Media. Social media has become a menace in our society due to our increased usage and impact of the interactions we have on the platforms, something which can be avoided. In the United States alone, suicide rates have risen by over 30% since the beginning of the century. South Korea has the highest number of suicide cases, with an approximated 30% of total suicides being related to social media, commonly referred to as cyber suicide. Apart from suicide, the Center for Disease Prevention and Control considers social media as one of the main reasons for a rise in depression cases in America. With multiple stories of people negatively impacted by social media, the harm is never too far away from us, and there is a need to look out for each other. This presentation focuses on the negative impacts of social media on both our mental and physical health and what we can do with it. Furthermore, I will illustrate to you how you can limit social media usage and give ideas on alternative ideas that will help reduce boredom. I will begin by highlighting the impact of social media on us. Social media leads to minimized productivity, low self-esteem, and depression. On average, a youth in America spends 3 hours on social media, browsing through Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. The 3 hours are often spread throughout the day and not in one sitting. A lecturer could be delivering a talk, and when you get slightly bored, you pick up your phone and log into Facebook to check what your friend has posted. In between all these activities, you lose track of the work you were supposed to concentrate on, such as listening to the lecture, reading a book while on transit, and having adequate sleep time necessary for a good relaxation and mental health. I know all of us have been victims of lack of productivity due to social media. However, if used well, social media in the workplace can lead to improved productivity, better coordination, and networking between colleagues and even other industry peers. When we do not get the interaction in our posts, we feel as though we are inadequate or worse than our friends whose photos get thousands of likes. We feel as though we are ugly and our friends are more beautiful than we are. It leads us to resentment and depression over how we look, talk, or dress in a bid to fit into the societal definition of beauty, which breeds resentment, which accumulates into depression. However, when used constructively to sell products, social media likes and interactions provides a mean for immediate feedback with the intended customers and helps you grow your business in a nice way since you can keep track of your audience. I know some or most of us are or know someone grappling with the issues. However, all is not lost, as I have recommendations on how to deal with it. If you are going through any of these, do not worry, as I have a 3-step solution to dealing with it. Number 1, turn off all your notifications. Having notifications increases anxiety and makes you eager to respond to a friend or check what they are saying. However, most of the things are unimportant, and therefore turning it off helps you to only check when you're free and does not interrupt you on your other duties. Nonetheless, for people who use social media for day-to-day communication with peers, where urgency is key, turning off notifications may be detrimental, as it may cause a mishap. In spite of that, if unnecessary, turn them off. Number 2, avoid attachment to social media. Out of all the friends that we have on Facebook, the chances are that we do not know 95% of them, and therefore growing attachment to online strangers is very bad in that we get affected by their comments. Number 3, delete the social media accounts. Social media has become a central part of human lives that most people cannot do without. People do business, interact with family and friends thousands of miles away. However, If not for business, delete the social media accounts and build real relationships with people through meeting for coffee, going on biking and hiking dates, among others. Interact through book clubs and go to music events. You get to appreciate life for what it is. We can now visualize how we can benefit from minimized or no time on social media. With minimized time on social media, we can concentrate on our jobs and reading and working to ensure maximum productivity in all areas, which according to Adil in his 2014 article titled Social Media and Productivity says is very important. In conclusion, social media is not entirely wrong, but has negative impacts if we do not control the time that we spend on these platforms. It leads to minimized productivity and lower self-esteem due to attachment to online strangers that we barely even know and might never meet in our real lives. It is time to turn off those notifications and experience the real world with beautiful people and in a beautiful environment. So come on and help me spread the gospel and let your friends and family know that social media can be damaging to your health and well-being. You can have 5,000 friends and still be lonely, depressed, and feel inadequate.